Oh, hello there. Welcome to today's This is Church. We are excited to be with you on this journey. It's been days now. We've done a couple of videos, meetings, having meetings with you on your journey. And it's quite an exciting one. I hope that we have helped you on your journey. And if you haven't realized self as yet, that we helped you realize self, or if you haven't, that you are having a good experience. We believe in the truth that we give you something you've never experienced before, or something that you've missed. Myself being a victim of this experience, I would assure you that for me it's been an enjoyable experience. But then, as you know, today we have today's topic, of which I myself am interested on, really. It's something that I've meditated on, something that I came to be aware of as time went by. Probably it was 2 weeks back where I realized this truth completely. Sometimes there are things that you know with your mind, and things that you are convinced of, but then there are things that you know that they grew from within, things that you are. You see, most of our previous meetings we described and pointed to the truth that you are the Word and that you are God. You are not trying to be the Word, or you are not trying to be like God, because you are actually God and you are the Word. So also on this truth that we are about to share today, it wasn't something that I was aware of that I am, until 2 weeks back. So I am excited. I spent hours meditating on this, on how I will present it to you. So today we are quite excited that we are about to present this. Now the truth is that on this journey that everyone is on individually, you are on your path, you are on your own journey. So on this journey that we are on, it's not just a spiritual journey. You see, most religions and most organizations that have been built, they tend to think this is about a spiritual journey, or this is a spiritual journey, but it's not a spiritual journey. It is a human experience, human evolution, human journey, human being journey. Because as you might know now, when God created mankind, He used soil to create the body. So He took the soil and formed the body out of the soil. But then there lied a body which wasn't alive. So it was just a formation of mankind's body. But then the second part that God did was breathing into this body His Spirit. So He took Himself, part of Himself, He put it to this body which was formed out of soil. And then man became a living being, or as the Bible puts it, a living soul. You see, it's like the lights. When I walked into this room, there was a switch that is connected both to a bulb, a bulb and the electric power. So when I pressed that switch on, what happened was the electric power went into the bulb, and then we had light. You see, so it's the combination of electric power and the bulb that gives light. It's like that. So when man was created, it was a body which can compare with a bulb, and then there's God's Spirit, God Himself, which is like the electric power, and then became a living soul, just like we have, as you can see right now, light. So also man was formed out of the soil, which made the body, the physical part of man, the flesh, and then God breathed Himself into this body, and then man became a living soul. So man can function now, man can think, man has feelings, man have emotions. So all of those are the results of God's Spirit combined with the human, or with the soil. Remember, the word human means soil and being means spirit. So I am a human being because I'm a combination of soil and spirit. And then I had mind, I had feelings, I had emotions. All of those are a result of both the combination of soil and spirit, which is God, just like we have the electric power in the bulb that gives us the third thing, which is light itself. So, having gone through that understanding then, you know, in most cases, people think, some people are leaning on either side, you know. There are people who focus on the flesh, on the body, on what they can see, on the material. You see, they lean on that side, they focus on that, they base their lives on that. So it's all about what I can see, what I can touch, what I can taste, what I can feel, what I can smell. So they solely their lives, they think their lives is just solely on their body parts, on the experience of what you can see, what you can touch, what you can taste, all those five senses. And then there are people who build organizations and churches, you know, religions. They think, no, the body or the flesh, which is the body, it's something that is against God. So let's focus on the spirit part. So it's about the spirit part, it's about spiritual things, it's about the spiritual journey, it's about God whom we cannot see, it's about believing on what we cannot see. So they lean also on those sides when they build those churches of theirs or their religions. They are based on that. Or escapists. There are people who rush into going to heaven. There are people who think this is not enough, there's a better place for mankind, so they let go of everything and focus on the futuristic things which they think is a spiritual thing, and also what they depend on. So they lean on that side. But both are not perfect. You know, either you lean on the physical side or you lean on the spiritual side. Both are not perfect. What I mean by that is, it's not the way things were created to be. It's not natural. See? Because when God created mankind, like we've mentioned, He formed a body out of the soil. He created a body using soil. And then man's spirit is God Himself. Remember, He breathed. So it's God Himself entering into this soil. And then man became a living soul. Because God used soil to create man, then it shows us that it was His intent to use the soil, or to make man as the body, as you can see me, and also as you can touch me. You see? So when God created man, He used soil not by mistake. It wasn't a mistake. You know, God understood that this is a creature that I'm creating. I am using soil because I want him to be in touch with what is on earth. So God gave us the body so that we could be in touch with what is around us. See, I am able to touch this pillow. I'm sitting on this sofa now because I have a body. I'm using the body to do that. And when God created men, He said, let them dominate over everything that is on earth. Of course, not to dominate upon men, but to dominate upon other things, you know, like the creatures of the air, the creatures of the seas, and the creatures of the earth. So God created man to rule above everything that is created, but not to rule above all other men or other people. So giving us this body then from God was not a mistake. Now, the reason why we are addressing this, it's because we are nullifying what other organizations are doing, or religious people are doing, because they think it's about being spiritual. You see, it's not solely about being spiritual, because human being is both a spirit being and a physical being. That is why it is human being, it's soul, spirit. It's a combination of both. So now on these religious entities, they teach that it's wrong to, they put the flesh as if it's a bad, it's a bad thing for you. They put the body as if it is against you. And also they teach that maybe don't listen to your mind, or don't go through your mind, or don't go through your emotions or your feelings. You should only go according to the Spirit. That is not the complete truth. Again, let's emphasize this point. The fact that God made you out of the soil, it was His intent. He didn't make a mistake. He had a plan why. So those people who try to escape the fact that you are a body and you are a flesh, it's because they do not understand the reason why. You see, when God created, it's like when you make a product, you have an idea. Like God said, let's make man. That's the first thing He said. It's the book of Genesis 1:26. Let's make man according to our image. And then in the book of Genesis 2:7, then the Bible says God formed man out of the soil. So in Genesis 1:26, He had an idea. Let us make man according to our image and likeness, and let him rule upon the animals of the air, of the sea, and of the land, and upon everything that creeps upon the earth. So God had an idea, and He liked the idea. And then in the book of Genesis 2, from verse 4, then He created man. So He took His idea and then He put it into manifestation. So you realize that God's idea, it was His original idea to create man. And it is His original idea that man is a result of a soil and His spirit. So when God did that, He had an understanding. He knew why He wanted man to be soil and spirit. So now if other people come on, doesn't matter which religion that appears and says flesh is bad, deny the flesh, or deny your mind, or deny your feelings or emotions, they are not understanding the reason why God gave you this. So it's not about running away from the flesh or running away from your mind. It's about understanding the flesh and also understanding the mind. Just like you are taught to understand the Spirit. Just like you are taught on being aware of what you are. Being aware that you are Christ consciousness, that you are the consciousness. You see, you are the one that sees everything. When you are going through a situation, there was one time where I just woke up with this realization. Those are one of the experiences that are very nice. The feeling of it is very nice. So one day I woke up and I had this awareness that everything that happens to me passes away. But there's one thing that doesn't pass away, and that's me. I'm still here. You see, there are a lot of things that have happened during my evolution as a human being. A lot of things have happened. Challenges have come, nice experiences have come, bad experiences have come. But like I've said, they came. And right now they are not here. But I remain. So that's one of the best experiences or awareness you could have. To be aware that you remain forever. You're still here. All of those other things, they pass away, but you are still here. Now, understanding that you are the awareness, you are the one that sees everything while you yourself is untouched. You can have an experience, but the spirit is untouched. Because these experiences, they do not touch your spirit. A bad event doesn't touch your spirit. You see, the reason why we still are one with God is because all of these experiences, they do not touch the spirit of God from us. And the spirit is able to influence the flesh, right? The spirit is able to influence the flesh. Remember, man's body was taken out of soil, but the soil was created from or by God, who is the spirit. So the spirit is supreme. The spirit is supreme. So you are able to influence your body using the spirit. But that is not to say that the body has a problem or there's something wrong with the body. You see, there is nothing wrong with the body. God had good intentions. He understood, had a purpose why man should be part body and complete spirit. Man is a combination of body and spirit. Humankind is a combination of body and spirit. So most people, they are taught that they should deny the body. Do not go by your emotions, or do not go or do not follow your feelings. But that is not quite correct. Because all of these emotions or feelings that you have, the mind that you have, all of these, they have their function. They function in a certain time, at a certain space, on a certain environment, during a certain event. All of those, they function because they were created to be here to help you on your evolution. Also for you to experience them. Note that. For you to experience them. You see? Because when you die, you know, the normal death, when you die, what happens is your spirit is taken from the body. And then remember, the body isn't alive except if the spirit is here. You see? Like the body was there, God breathed and then became a living soul. So when you die, it's a separation of soul and the body. So the body decays, but your spirits, see, yourself, you remain. So that's why I'm saying you have all of these emotions and feelings and this mind and this body to have a human experience. That's the complete human experience. That's the human experience. You are not here to have a heavenly experience. No, you are here to have a human experience. I have recognized, and also I have been taught in years in churches that you should want to have a heavenly experience. But no, you are here to have a human experience. That's why you are here. The angels are there to have a heavenly experience. If God wanted us to have a heavenly experience, He would have created us differently, not give us a body, but He gave us a body to have this human experience. Because there's something unique about this human experience. It's a fun experience. It's an awakening experience. It's something that we will talk about for eternity. You know, I believe in the truth that I am eternal. I'm an eternal being. You see, I'm a spirit being, and right now I'm having a human experience. So whatever happened, I'm able to be aware because I'm a spirit. I'm able to see, I'm able to look at what is happening because as it happens, I'm a spirit, I'm above. I'm able to be a spectator, an observer of everything that is happening. I'm able to detach myself from what is happening. You see? But I am here to have a human experience. And let me tell you, I enjoy it every day. This experience is a phenomenal. Even the angels want to have this experience. There is one question that David asked in the book of Psalms, chapter number 8. He asked, what is a man that you are mindful of him? And you have made him to be just a bit lower than yourself. So you understand that there is God, there is man, and there are angels. So there is God, there is man, there are angels. So even the angels, they are just beneath man. So man himself is have a higher rank than the angels. And also because of that, God gave men the opportunity to have this human experience. It's an exceptional experience. Even Jesus, when He came, He could have done it differently. But He came to have a human experience. How wonderful is this experience? Even God Himself, in the form of Jesus, decided to have this experience. Not the angelic experience, but human experience. So, all that you are, the physical entity that you are, the flesh, the one who has feelings, the one who has emotions. This is what you are. This is an experience that you're supposed to have. not to deny this experience, not to try and escape from this experience. This is it, people. This is church. This is the experience we're giving. This is the experience we're encouraging. Not to deny your flesh, not to deny the body, not to deny that you are the spirits, you have the body, you have the mind, you have this experience. You should have this experience. This is a phenomenal experience. It's an experience that even the angels wish they could have, which they will never have. You see, some people, they think it's a curse. Some people, they try to run away from it. There are people who tried to run away from this experience, by the way. and let me tell you a story. So in the book of Genesis 11, there were these people, you know. So mankind at that time, they talked the same language. So what they did was they had a plan, they had an idea. They said to themselves, look, let's build a tower. You know, it's called in the book of Genesis 11, the Tower of Babel. Let's build a tower that will be so long that it will reach heaven. So what they were trying to do is to build an escape plan, of which most religions are escape plans. They are escape plans. So they built this tower. So they were one. They were understanding each other, same language. They had oomph on building this tower of theirs to reach to heaven. Their plan was to escape earth and go to heaven. You see, they were trying to run away from this experience and experience another realm, which is heavenly realm. So they built this tower, they built this tower, they built this tower. But you know what happened? When God saw that what they were building was progressively coming to heaven, was getting taller, higher and higher, higher and higher. So God decided, God said to himself, look, what men are building, no one can stop them, because they talk the same thing. And God said, let's go down and confuse them, and confuse their tongue. So God came to earth and confused them that they could not understand each other. And then the building stops, the building ceased. So you realize that whenever mankind is trying to escape earth, God takes action. And his action is one. Let us confuse them. Let us confuse them. These religions, they are built on trying to escape earth. They are teaching that there's something wrong on earth. There's something wrong with earth. God will destroy the earth. There's something wrong with our flesh, with our body, with our emotions, with our minds. Let's change those things. Let's escape. Let's live by the Spirit. Let's go to heaven. Let's leave the things of earth and let's focus on heaven. You know what God does? God confuses such people. God confuses such ideas. You are made out of a soil for a reason. You are given feelings for a reason. You are given emotions for a reason. You are given your mind for a reason. And you are given this evolution for a reason. You know, some people, I've experienced these things. I've seen it firsthand. They try to deny the fact that they have the body, they have feelings, and they have emotions. They try to deny those facts. But these things, they are beautiful. You know, when you become aware, when you become aware, when you have Christ consciousness, you are able to observe this experience. You are able to actually enjoy this experience because you can live as an observer, you know, watching yourself going through this experience. And you enjoy it because you know that this is just an experience. I am put here to have this experience. You can put yourself in an advantageous place by being aware, by being Christ conscious, by being aware of what is happening. That the creation of man is not a mistake. Nothing is a mistake about it. Being put on earth is not a mistake. Being made to have feelings and emotions is not a mistake. You see, some people to get to this really, some people they think being emotional is wrong, or responding to your feeling is wrong. That is totally normal, and that is how you were created to be a species that has emotion, a species that is intelligent, that is able to think, a species that is able to feel. All of those, they complete you as a human being. They complete you. These experiences, they are beautiful. This part of you, they are beautiful. All of these functions, they are beautiful. When you get to understand them and you get to know how to live in them, by them, using them, then you are able to use them properly. You do not get carried away by those experiences. Either do not get carried away by the Spirit's experience. Because it's like this, you know, I had this experience as a spirit being aware. I became aware that all that is here is mine. You see, all that is here is mine. All that is here is me. All that is here is one with me. But then, when I realize where I live at the moment, you see, it might not be what I've seen in the spirits. I realize that all that is here is mine. I can see my house, the house that I would have, because you are able to travel in the spirit, because there is no time. You see, so you are able to live physically. It's a future thing, but in the spirit, it's no future. It's here now. So you have that experience when you become aware and you go deep in the spirit, and then you see all of those things which in the physical plane, in the physical realm, it's a future. It's like foreseeing things. You see? So you are able to have that experience and enjoy it. Enjoy that this is my house, this is my family. And then when again you become aware of this now, the body, the flesh, the material, when you become aware of what is happening now in this realm, again enjoy it. Both of these are the realms you are able to experience as a human being, and both of them are perfect. When you realize this spirit experience of foreseeing things which you might like or see pleasurable, it doesn't mean you should try to escape from what you are experiencing now. This one is true. In the physical realm, it will take time, but in the spirit realm, of course, there is no time. And then also, when you are here in the physical realm experiencing this one is also true. You see, so enjoy this as much as you enjoy this one. This is the experience. This is the human experience. This is an exciting experience. Do not deny your flesh. Do not deny your emotions. Do not deny your feelings. They are part of you. They are you. You are made to have those things not by mistake. It was intentional. Understand them. You see, it's not the matter of it's not that the flesh is wrong, the mind is wrong, the emotions are wrong. It's not that. The understanding. Once you are able to understand these, then you can use them. Not them dominating you or taking over, but you dominating them, being able to control, understand them. You know how to use them, and you know what to do. So when this emotion arises, you know what to do. When this feeling arises, you know what to do. So you are just understanding yourself. You know more of self. More of self. That's why we encourage prayer and meditation, of which, of course, prayer, it's about meditation. It's not praying to an outside God, but praying within, to the inside God, the God that is within you. That is why you don't have to shout. He's not out there. He's here. You are God. You see? So, there is total perfection of you being a human being. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's not about running away. Those who try to escape earth, escape the physical realm, the physical body, remember, God confuses them. And again, note that when Jesus came, God himself, when he came, he chose to be a human being. He chose to have feelings, emotions, and a body. He chose that. That is God. Emotionally, you are perfect. You are able to respond to your feelings. You understand your mind. You understand how to use your mind, not being dominated or used by your mind or your emotions or driven by your emotions, but you understand how to use all of these. And as you evolve, do not blame yourself or condemn yourself if you haven't yet understood how to use your emotions or feelings. But remember, as you meditate and pray, you get to understand more of yourself. As you go out, experience some things, you understand more of yourself. Remain being aware. Remain being aware, this is how I respond to this, this is how I respond. So you become aware of yourself, you know more of yourself, you start to know more of yourself. This experience is a perfect experience. There is nothing shameful about this experience. It's a beautiful one. And so, we do not encourage you from denying your flesh, your emotions, your feelings. These all functions, they complete the human experience. We encourage you to have a complete human experience. We won't take you from where you came from. We are helping you to understand yourself more, meditate more, understand yourself more, and use all of these functions to have a complete, joyous experience. Traditionally, you have been taught otherwise, but we are the new thing. And remember, even if you've went through some organizations and other churches, but this is renewed society, people. This is church.
Thank you for watching. To view the complete videos, go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Renewed Society. And to interact more with us, visit our Facebook page at Renewed Society. This is Church.